What is going on, everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to take your photos from this to this in Lightroom. So without any further ado, let's jump right into Lightroom right now. Let's go. Alright, so I'm here in Lightroom. As you can see, I underexposed this image. I was trying to retain as much detail in the sky, but I did underexpose it more than it really should be. So I'm going to bring the exposure up, just start making basic corrections to this photo. Bring the exposure up. I'm going to bring the highlights down some just to bring out a little bit more detail in that sky. Bring the shadows up to bring out a little bit more detail down here in the building and trees. And I'm going to bring the whites up just a touch and bring the blacks down just a touch. And from here, I'm also going to increase my clarity some. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and bring out some more detail in the sky. So I'm going to grab a graduated filter and start bringing the highlights down in the sky. But I want to retain some true white in the sky. So when I bring the highlights down, I'm also going to bring the whites up just a little bit until you see here, we start getting true whites in the sky. And I don't care that it's blown out a touch, I don't mind that. I want some true whites in this image. And what I'm also going to do is bring the dehaze up just a little bit and bring the clarity up some as well. I don't mind boosting the clarity on the sky quite a bit because it helps bring out some more detail in the sky. Also, I don't want the sky to be super saturated, so I'm going to go -15 on the sky so there's not so much blue in the clouds. Alright, so now from here, I think it's looking pretty good to start working on the color of the image. Now, when I think more moodier tones, I'm thinking more fallish colors. So as you can see, we got a lot of greens in this image. We're going to try and push those greens more towards a brown or an orangish brown. So we're going to grab the hue sliders. We're going to grab the green hue slider, bring it down, and the yellow hue slider, bring it down until, if you see, if we bring it all the way down, it makes it this super orangish sort of brown. And that's sort of the color scheme that I'm going for. And I don't want to do too much with the oranges because we got some oranges down here and it sort of makes it look weird. And what I'm going to do is grab the saturation of the greens and the saturation of the yellows, also bring those down almost until they're a brownish sort of gray color. Now, so far I'm liking how that's looking pretty well. So what I'm going to do from here now is I'm going to sort of combat the saturation that I pulled out of the image with bringing in some more saturation in the blues and aquas of this image. So we're going to increase the aqua saturation and the blue saturation. And as you can see, it brings it up in this building, brings it up in the sky a little bit. But I also want it to be a little bit more of an aqua compared to sort of the more darker blue we're pushing towards. So I'm just going to grab the hue slider of the blue and push it to the left just a little bit. Now I'm pretty much liking how this is looking so far. Probably bring in a little bit more saturation from those greens, just a touch more. And now from here, I'm going to work on a little bit more smaller details. Like, I don't like how much detail this foreground is bringing, so I'm going to grab a graduated filter, bring it over the foreground here, and just bring down the exposure. Also, I want to bring out, you know, some more highlights in these trolleys here. So I'm going to grab another graduated filter, put it across here. And with this, I'm just going to increase the highlights with that graduated filter. And the whites some. And we're going to, of course, bring this down just a little bit more. And bring it up just a little bit more. Alright, so I'm really liking how this is looking so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, add a vignette to this photo. Bring that down, the vignette. And bring the feather up on it some. And that pretty much is a final edit. I would probably go in more and touch this image up more, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of it not being super long, that's pretty much what I do. Also, depending on, you know, the edit, I may not even flatten the blacks out at all In fact, I probably would only put them right about there. But I'm pretty much liking how this is looking. I might also add in a touch more saturation and a touch more vibrance, and probably just like about that much more vibrance. And I really like how this image turned out. But this here is what the final image looks like. Let's go back over there. So that is the end of the video, and like I said, I'd have something for you at the end of this video. Look down in the description, there are some free Lightroom presets that I made down there for all of you. And keep in mind, they may not work the same on every photo, and I'm shooting on a Sony a7 III, so they may not look the same if you're shooting Canon, Nikon, something like that, but you may be able to tweak them to get the look that you're going for. But if you did enjoy this video, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff down below. I'm usually putting out 2 new videos a week, so be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified when they are uploaded. But that's it for this one, and I'll see you later.